With this video, I will talk about EndNote Web. After registering with EndNote Web, you should now have a username password. If we go back to BIOSIS, this is where we have conducted our search. Now, BIOSIS and EndNote Web are under the same vendor, Clarivate Analytics, so they both can talk to each other. You can register with this database, BIOSIS, using the same username password that you created for EndNote, since they're under the same vendor. So if you go under Sign In, click on Sign In, sign in with your username password. The username is your email address. And now I've signed in to BIOSIS. You can select the documents that you have an interest in. So let me click on the first document and check the box here on the left side of each document. Notice that some of these documents have this lock symbol below the checkpoint. This just means that this document is open access. It means that it's freely available for everybody, whereas other documents are based on a subscription model where the institution needs to subscribe to this journal or this publication. So I've selected the documents that I want to be moved to EndNote Web. Then, under the Export button, click on that and select EndNote Online. EndNote Online is just another name for EndNote Web. EndNote Desktop is a different version of EndNote Web. It's the desktop version. I will not be talking about this in this class. So select EndNote Online. Then a pop-up will appear. And I've selected 4 documents to be moved to EndNote. Right below here, you can see that the record content to be moved to EndNote can vary. So you can select which type of content you want from your references to be moved to EndNote. I'm going to select full record and cited references. Click on Export. And now my documents have moved to EndNote Web. And I know this because a button has appeared, EN, EndNote. So this has moved to my EndNote Web. And this document, and this document, and this document. Now at the top here, under Products, if you click on that, then select EndNote, you're now moving to your EndNote software. Select your email address and password, click on Sign In. And here you'll see My EndNote. In the center, you have all your references. On the left side, you have groups. These are folders. And within each group of folder, I've placed a number of different documents. Here you can see 4 documents for COVID-19 or 3 documents for octopus. I've labeled these folders by different names. To create a folder or group, under Add to Group, well, first of all I need to select my documents. So in the unfilled documents on the left side, click on that. These are the documents I've just moved to my EndNote. So I'm going to select all of these. Then under Add to Group, I can move it to a group or folder, or I can create a new folder or new group as it's called. click on New Group, select a name, let's put down Biology 152, click OK, and a folder on the left hand side, Biology 152, will appear with the 4 documents. So if I click on the folder, these are the documents that I've moved from BIOSIS into my EndNote. Now notice I can change the information within these documents. So if I click on the title here, this is the record of the actual document. Now I can change the year if I want to. If that's incorrect, I can change it here by clicking on the box next to year, or the name of the journal. Now sometimes when information is moved from a database, it may not be completely correct. For instance, sometimes you'll see uppercase here in the title, and you have to change it to lowercase. If I scroll down a wee bit, under attachments, you can attach documents into your reference. So if you click on attach files, you can choose the file and you can save it in your EndNote Web. You can attach figures as well in the same fashion. At the top here, top left, you have more tabs, which allows you to work with your EndNote. If you click on My References, this will go back to the front page where you have all the references within your documents or within your folders. If you click on Collect and select Online Search, you can search directly from EndNote. These are different catalogs and some different resources. Under Collect, if you select New Reference, here you can manually put the reference into your EndNote Web. You can select the reference type. So you would say blog, click on blog, and these are the different parameters that are relevant for a blog or edited book or journal article. To plug in the information, say under author, click on the box here and type in the name of the author. So let me just type in Smith. And I prefer to use one author, one line. And so on. That's then the title of the article, the year of the article, just click on the year here, the journal name, and so on. So you put in all the relevant information, all the information that you have in front of you. And you can attach the PDF if you want to as well. There's an attachment option here. You also can put in the DOI number. The DOI number is a unique identifier of a document. One DOI number. And then just click on Save. Now I'm not going to say this, so I'm just going to cancel this. So under Collect, I've talked about online search, new reference. If you click on import references, with some databases you will have to save the references as a file. Sometimes it's a RIS file, for instance. Once you save the file on your desktops, you find the file, then select the import option. If you can't find the import option, click on select favorites. These are my favorites under the select, and you can move the different import filters from the different resources here. So these are different databases. Copy to favorites, and now you'll be able to see the one that you use most often. So then select the filter option. The RIS filter is usually the one that I use for all of them. So it's a universal filter if you can't find the database where you saved the files for the references. Then select to. So these are the different folders, so you can move the files into the different folders or create a new folder, new group. Under Organize, you can manage your groups of folders. You can rename them. You can delete them. If you click on Manage Sharing, then start sharing this group, you can share the folder with your colleagues. So type in the email address and your colleagues can look in the folder to see what documents you have and add more documents as well. So you can select read only or read and write. So that's manage my groups. Other groups, which will show up the other groups that you're sharing with. You can find duplicates and you can manage attachments as well. Under Format, if you click on Bibliography, you can format the bibliography from the different folders. So under References, select, say, Biology 152, the bibliographic style. These are some of my favorites, or you can add more to your favorites. And these are the different citation styles. A lot of different journals have their own citation styles, particularly in the sciences. So I'm going to select APA 7th edition, then file format, let's just select rich text file, click on print and preview and print, and now you can see that the references in that folder have been formatted into APA 7th edition. So you can just cut and paste. Notice that this one here is uppercase and it needs to be lowercase. So we need to go back to your EndNote, find this reference and put this into lowercase. Remember that EndNote Web, like other software, is computer generated. So it computer generates the citation styles. So it may not always be correct. Usually it's correct between 80 to 100%. And what I usually tell students is that if you want your B, you cut and paste. If you want your A, you look and check to make sure everything is in the correct order. So that's format. Then you have a CITE While You Write plugin. If you click on that, you can download this plugin that will be used in Word, and you can directly move your references from EndNote Web into Word while you write. So CITE While You Write. I'll show you how to use that a little bit later on. And there's other options here. For instance, export references. You can export all your references into a different export style and move them into a different reference manager as well. Under Match, the Match feature will find the right journal for your manuscript based on the title and the abstract that you plug in here. Then under Options, you can change the password and other information. And under Downloads, you'll see the different plugins that you can add on to your laptop's computers. For instance, CITE While You Write plugin, you can download this on the Windows or on the Mac. Once you've downloaded this plugin, if you go to your Word document, you will see in the top menu the EndNote tab appear. Click on that, and these are all the different parameters that are relevant to EndNote. So while you're writing your paper, I may want to submit some reference from EndNote in this position. So click on Insert Citation, type in a keyword, select the reference, click on Insert, and it inserts the reference automatically. So I want to insert another reference in this position. And it inserts the citation in text and in the reference list. At the top here, you'll see the style. This is Chicago 16th author date. If I want the APA 7th edition, I just select APA 7th, and it will automatically change the information in the in-text and in the reference list. This is very useful, particularly when you're submitting a paper to a journal that's not accepted, and then you need to submit it into a different journal that requires a different citation style. It's a fast way of changing citation styles from one journal to another. But this is pretty much it. Let me go back to the online guide. What I'd like you to do now is to insert your article that you found from question 2, an endless article, into EndNote. This is page 7 of 7. So you've registered with BIOSIS, and then now you need to insert your articles from question 2 and question 3 into EndNote Web, or EndNote Online as it's stated here. Once you've done that, I'd like you to create a bibliography in APA citation style, 7th edition, using the CITE While You Write plugin. So you have to move the plugin from EndNote Web into your Word, and then move the two references into your Word document. So I'll give you 10 minutes to do that. Finally, if you have more questions, under Write, Cite, Publish, there's more information about different citation styles and other information as well. If you click on the Home button here, you have my email address, so you can always send me a question if you have a question. Finally, if you have some time, there's a survey here. If you can take the survey and let me know what you thought of these videos. Well, that's it for now, folks. Thank you for listening.